Oh, that was way more disappointing than I thought it was going to be. That's because you've got the multiple ice cubes.
I do. I'm going to make it happen.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm done.
It's very holly jolly, even though it's October. And let's say it's ooky spooky instead. It's the sound of chains.
But that's also Christmas.
It is, because thanks, Marley
Yeah,
and
thanks for-
Marley. Avarice and greed. We took advantage of the poor and just ignored the needy. Of all of the casting in the Muppet Christmas Carol, I think Statler and Waldorf,
Perfect.
as the double Marleys,
Perfect.
as opposed to one Marley, that's the best.
Yes.
There are other good things. Robin as Tiny Tim, obviously,
Really good.
Very wise choice.
Miss Piggy is Christmas past?
Miss
Or
Piggy
no,
isn't
she's
Christmas
Christmas present?
No.
No, she's Tiny Tim's mommy.
Yeah.
That's right. God, it's been a
Mrs.
very long time.
Cratchit.
Yes, it's been a very long time since I've seen the Muppet
Yeah,
Christmas.
no, the ghosts are all new. There's Ghost of Christmas Past is floaty, creepy child. It is the past. And then Ghost of Christmas Present is jolly Santa type. It's
Right, with the red hair, right?
Corner choir.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he ages and he gets bigger and smaller and shit.
Right.
And then the third one is a Dementor.
Right.
I really actually think that the people who did character design for the Harry Potter movies
Just
should
took that.
pay royalties to Muppet Christmas Carol. And
But
then
you know, the one
no,
thing
the actual
I was going to
best
say, the
casting is
one
Michael
thing,
Caine.
the one thing that goes between all this is Michael Caine.
Michael Caine is the best.
I'm Michael Caine.
Humbug. So good. Mr.
And he was
Wayne. Bah humbug, Mr.
Acting
Wayne.
with Muppets the entire time. And
He was so good. He's so good. I'm working on a piece for an outlet that I will not name that specifically is going to argue about the best Scrooges of all time. And I'm going to watch a lot of Scrooges, but I'm going to have to wait to be convinced that Michael Caine is not the best Scrooge. Sophie is trying to mark the mic stand with her face.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Yeah,
Welcome to Podlander Drunk.
Hi.
Merry Christmas and welcome to Podlander Drunkcast, an Outlander podcast. I'm Allison.
I'm Julie.
And Janine's not here. That bitch.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that bitch.
That no talent butthole.
That faithless Wayne Stroll.
Just kidding. We love you.
Yeah, we love you, Janine. And we actually, you'll find out how in a minute, but we've actually found a way to make sure that Janine can be a part of this episode. So this one's probably not going to be super long. But like maybe 24 hours after we recorded the last episode, the Outlander gang took the stage at New York Comic Con, and with it came a teaser trailer. Just a nice 70 seconds of television, probably 20 seconds of which is actually just bumpers for the network.
Sent to me 400 times on Facebook.
I don't use Facebook, so it's been sent to me 0 times. I don't know what is wrong with me. It has been seen on just the Stars one, because other like Trailer Watch, Joe Blow trailers, and other YouTube channels have played it as well. But just the Stars version has been seen 580,000 times. Outlander fans, man.
Bitches,
It
how
also
many times
has
you watched it yourself? At least 5.
7,000 thumbs up and 67 thumbs down, which all that makes me want to do is
the
give
two
it
of us give it two thumbs down. Get it to 69.
Nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little experience where Julie and I are going to watch. We're also going to take a video of us watching for our very lovely Patreon subscribers.
You're welcome.
To see. We'll see. I don't know. We make Julie, you personally make lots of faces.
I do make. I can't control it.
She's making a face right now. She just made another face about how she makes faces. And then she made another one. And then another one. It's great. It's like being friends with a Muppet. Only not really, because they're actually, considering
They don't
that they're
actually
puppets.
make a lot of.
They've
Well,
got
they get the grimace.
musculature in their
Yeah.
faces. Kermit can make a lot of faces.
Well, he's
Also,
got a
they
soft
get-
face, though,
They get
too.
the eyebrow raises.
Right.
And they can do cross-eyed sometimes.
Right.
And Miss Piggy rolls her eyes somehow. I don't know how that works.
Well, sometimes I don't even make a face, and people tell me I'm making a face.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, so
Resting face.
like, what even does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. All right, let's watch this fucking preview.
We're going to watch. Before we do this, do you have any guesses as to what you're going to see?
The Revolutionary War.
Well, okay. But this is me scooting my chair to sit next to Julie. I've been waiting a long time for this moment.
Sweet.
As the person who hasn't read the books, guesses.
Revolutionary War. Probably a fight between Jamie and Claire about said Revolutionary War and his role in it. Probably going to see that fucking rock again. Probably going to see the
Which
cabin. That the rock that
Pride
they stand
rock?
on. Yes, whatever it is. And we're also probably going to see their house again. I bet we see Bree. Briefly. Briefly.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I see what you did.
We might see Aunt Jocasta. I'm definitely I'm putting all my chips on the Revolutionary War.
All right. So you're going to hear some beepies. Sorry, it's the video starting. And then you'll hear a muffled trailer. Apologies, but we want you to get our unvarnished emotional reactions. And by that, I mean mostly Julie's because she is incapable of modulating her emotional
Guess if
response.
if I'm just like this.
God, it's going to be very depressing.
All right, then I won't do that.
No, do what you feel, Julie. Honesty.
Okay.
The people want authenticity,
All right,
realness.
All right, I'll serve Julie
Here
realness.
come the beepies. Oh, see, it's telling me to scoot over more. There we go.
Hi.
Hey, everyone. You've already heard this, I think. Maybe not. Can you imagine if someone is just watching the video? It doesn't matter. So now here we go. It's recording. And then we go here. And then we're going to go full screen. And then we're going to pump up the volume. And then we're going to hit play.
Put a pin in that pump up the volume.
Dance,
Because I've
dance.
got something for you.
Great.
Later. Bree, briefly.
Fighting the dangers to the Carolina wilderness. I hope you don't stay.
When this water you tell me about it
Yeah.
comes, it would be safer in your time.
What must be done?
You want to go back, don't you? Our family is here.
But showers are there.
I'm with Roger.
Is playing God.
If I am to keep us safe here, and time, space,
Did Jamie just straight murder somebody?
Oh my God, somebody's on fire.
be damned.
I think it was a witch. I think it was like a straw woman.
It had a red coat on it.
What are you doing? It's safer in the future.
They're gonna send her back.
All right. I was, by the way, pretty right on the amount of time. That was just going to be network bumpers. We're just going to do it again. It's short.
It's my fault that you're all here.
Okay.
So it's Claire's fault as it always is.
To the Carolina wilderness. I hope you don't stay.
In fact, please leave.
Tens, breaking windows, Myrta sneers.
It would be safer in your time.
What must be done?
So let's get our kids out of here. Frankly, let's get Bree and Roger out of here, right? That's what they're trying to say.
Yes.
It's dangerous. Isn't this playing God?
Somebody's dead.
I am to keep us safe here.
Why don't you ask your mom about playing God 2 more times?
You know what those hatch marks are? That is a red coat on fire.
Those coats.
Those coats. Straight polyester. That was Lord John. Hold up.
What?
Coin face alert. Ready?
Yep. I saw
That
him.
was a coin face, baby, a coin face.
It's so brief, though.
Look at him. Look at hello.
I know, but it's a very brief-
handsome. Look at his stone mug and his stone mug.
Damn.
Because he's got both mug. Oh, and that's what's his face? That's hernia guy.
Oh, yeah. Quick.
John, probably a John. They're mostly Johns. Quincy. John Quincy.
There you go. I knew there's
Quincy.
a qu involved.
Quincy.
Hi, Sophie.
Cool. All right. Lots of guns. Nice sweater. Somebody got to spit something out of their mouth. Great. Okay.
February the 16th, eh? That's a long time.
It is a long time. Okay. So, Julie, your reactions.
They're going to try to send Bree back. They're going to try to send Bree and Roger back. The Revolutionary War happens.
Bree and Roger and baby, remember. There's a baby now.
Right. And everybody blames Claire.
Well,
That's how I feel. Also, Aunt Jocasta, what the fuck was she doing there? I don't know. She has to come out to the fucking woods for something.
they're family.
I know, but it looked.
visits.
She was wearing her traveling cape.
Well, because she had to travel to get
It was
there.
important. whatever it was.
She had to travel to get there.
She knows that Claire heals people.
Maybe.
Is that a question or an answer? I don't know.
Maybe
I don't
she's
know. I
having
don't know, you guys. I'm just
a touch
guessing.
of the tummy troubles.
I'm just guessing.
Little coin face.
But he wasn't in English garb. He wasn't in the red coat.
Yeah, but nobody was in non-red coat. I got to tell you, I would be very surprised if there's actual Revolutionary War this season. I think this is lead up to Revolution. If it's similar to the book, it's going to be like the rumblings and stirrings of war before the actual like, hey, it's the Boston Tea Party.
Okay. But yeah, so I don't know. It looks like they're just trying to get Bree back to the future. Gonna go back in time.
Back in time.
That's what it looks like to me.
It was not the most scintillating of teasers.
No, it's kind of boring stars.
Well,
we didn't even see any sexy moments. Not a single sexy moment.
I mean, there was coin face.
No, you know what I mean.
He was fondling a mug.
Great, but
It was a stone mug.
That's
and
not
a
doing
stone
anything
mug.
For moi.
Yeah, it was. Presumably, the next trailer will be all like, "Boning in time."
Something I don't know.
There was like a Bree staring mournfully.
It just seemed pressured, sad, and fast. And I feel like that's probably what it's going to be because Claire's going to be trying to make her daughter go back to the future.
In time. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got a whole season to watch it.
All right. That's the end of this video. There are going to be more videos. Hold on. Great. So the next thing we're going to do. Here's how this went down. We were trying to schedule this, and it was just Janine had things because, space. And Julie had things because, space. I don't know. Family and work and all these other things. And I had things because, my job is actually 20 jobs and none of them have fixed hours. So we couldn't find a time that we were all going to record. So the solution that I came up with, sort of as a joke, was that Janine, well, let me say this. I sent my solution out and also some alternate meeting times. And Janine responded immediately by saying, "That's so stupid, let's do that."
And I was like, that's hilarious, let's do it.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So now you will hear a reaction video of Janine watching the Outlander teaser trailer, which we are going to watch. And then we're going to react.
So we're reacting to Janine's reaction. So this is why it's so fucking stupid.
Open. Back in time. I don't want to put it on Vimeo. I want to download it. Present. No, I just want to. There we go. Can't I just watch it? I can't just watch it? There we go. Can I? But can
and by
it
the
be
way,
big?
you guys, fucking Janine got his hair cut off real short. Just so you know.
I don't think I can make it go big, so I am going to download it. Julie, I don't know. Talk about astrology or something.
Well, the full moon this week was in Aries, so watch out for impetuous behavior. That's all I got.
I mean, I don't have anything. I don't know anything about astrology. How do I? There we go. Download. Back in time. Now it says 3 minutes. Now it says 2 minutes. Now it says 3 minutes. All right. While we're waiting, I went on Slack and I asked the ladies to give us questions, and they didn't have any questions.
Bitches.
Have we worn it a welcome?
Maybe they don't care about us anymore.
That would be rough, man.
That'd be real sad. You gotta commit to the bit.
I know, well, that's your expertise. I don't commit to bits. I just break them. I don't know. This is gonna take 5 minutes.
No,
way.
2
minutes. 2 minutes. What's the deal with
What the
internet?
fuck was
bitch?
he
1
talking?
minute?
It was 70 seconds. Like, did he do fucking Richard III
I don't
monologue?
know. We're gonna find out. I bet there are bits.
my kingdom for a horse. Is that what he's about to do?
I hope so.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be great if he did? It'd be a lot cooler if he did.
That's some nice whiskey. We are drinking Few American Rye. That is a local distillery.
It's delicious.
Sophie, I love you, girl.
Sophie's feeling her oats tonight.
So how's everybody doing? Has anybody watched Evil on
Oh my
CBS yet?
That's my next one.
You know what I actually want to know? I know there are
Sophie, I can't stand up.
I know there are some bitches out there who've read the whiskey books. I want to know what you thought of the terrible whiskey books.
Well, there was one person that read them all.
Bless.
They were like, look at what you made me do.
I'm on another mystery series,
Oh, no.
but it is a less corny one. It's like got some heft.
Yeah?
It's the Chief Inspector Gamache books.
How do you spell it?
Louise
G-A-M-A-S-H?
Gamache. Set in Quebec.
Ooh.
And it is fucking great. They're so sad and complicated and wonderful. And the mysteries are good, but like it's all the fucking other stuff that's so great. By Louise Penny. I'm on like book 13. There are 15 so far.
Ooh.
I fucking love them.
All right. Well, that's good for our fans. They like that
Penny.
shit.
I'm obsessed. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to start this. New video beepies. Okay. This is the Janine edition. Oh, listen to that jingly. Okay.
All right. Oh, my God. Is he going to like edit it like a fucking director?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Okay, so I think this is gonna work. My front camera is busted, so I'm using my back camera so I can't see me.
Dirty.
And I'm gonna watch the Outlander 5 season 5 trailer, and then I'm gonna send this to Julie and Allison, who are gonna listen to it and watch it, and they're gonna react to me. Oh my god, don't start yet. They're going to react to me reacting to this, and then they're going to react to the trailer.
It's like an Ouroboros of morons.
Yeah, so this is totally ridiculous. Okay, so I've not seen the trailer yet, or the teaser, and I'm just as excited as everyone, I guess.
No.
He's fine.
Okay, so
I can hear him just fine.
this is me watching the teaser.
It's my fault that you're all here. Fighting the dangers to the Carolina wilderness. I hope you don't stay.
When this war you tell me about eventually comes, it would be safer in your time.
Our time must be done.
You want to go back, don't you? Our family is here. It's dangerous. Isn't this playing God?
If I am to keep us safe here, then time, space, history, be damned.
Prepare for battle.
What are you doing? It's safer in the future. It's time.
Oof. Oh, man. No, we're not going to subscribe. Oh, buddy. You know, all I could think about, though, during all of that was that there was one line missing. And it was, Marty, we have to go back to the future.
We already made that joke. You bitch.
This is fun. It
Okay,
feels
that's
like
it.
we're chatting and we're not.
Yes, I know. That's so funny.
Good job, Janine.
Oh, my God. That's why we're friends.
Okay.
That's why we're fucking friends.
That was wonderful.
That's why we're friends.
All right. So Patreon subscribers are going to get all through. Oh, look at Sophie. This is a good Sophie cameo. Look at her. Whiskey Kitty. Oh, what a good girl.
Likes a scratch.
So, yeah, she does. So Patreon subscribers are going to get all 3 of these videos. You're going to get Julie and I watching the teaser, I think, which will probably be pretty boring.
Wealth
if I'm
of
honest.
idiocy.
But then you're going to get Janine watching the trailer, which I can vouch for as being
It's funny.
entertaining. And then you'll get us watching Janine, which I think will be more entertaining. Not than Janine's, but than our first one.
We're funny.
I'm underwhelmed.
That's what I gotta say. It seemed kind of boring, and it's like, doy, they're gonna want to send him back to the future.
Because here's the thing: you can't just put together little bits of a bunch of dramatic moments and then not give context for any of them and expect it to carry any weight. Because it was just like
This dramatic moment that I
key
have no
moment of
context
an important
for.
thing.
This
A key
dramatic
mo- yeah.
moment that I have no context
like
for.
Murtaugh's sneering, but about what? Jocasta is there, but why? And it's not like there are any tantalizing details, really. Like I recognize some things as a book reader, but even as a book
I recognize
reader,
nothing.
But even as a book reader, there are things where I'm like, I guess that could be any of like 10 things, because I also am very curious how they're going to adapt this book, because it's
Is this 3 was the longest one, right?
I'm not sure. I would have to look that up. But
You know what I did find out? Diana Gabaldon is writing an episode this season.
she is. I think it's 511.
All right. And then I went to go look up what the other episode she wrote was. Do you remember what it was?
It was one with fucking
No, it was Vengeance is Mine. It was those coats.
those coats.
And also when he got his head cut clean off. That was good. We enjoyed that episode.
If I were her and there were one character that I was gonna want to write
Duke of
for,
Sandringham.
Sandringham.
Duh.
And also some very specific Lord John chapters I would want to write for.
So maybe she writes doing it this season.
I hope
Is
so.
there any doing it now? I mean, they're like my
There's
age.
doing it.
I very rarely do it.
Julie.
Just kidding.
It's hilarious because they listen to the show. We're gonna.
I
Stop
almost
the
thought I had
video
another
now.
UTI.
You got to listen to the rest of the episode to find out whether or not Julie had another UTI.
I did not.
Bye. Now hold on. Oh my God! Now I am silencing my computer. So yeah, they're still fucking. I mean, they're not in their 60s.
No, I know.
She's in her 40s.
But it seems like they're
You're in
just-
your 40s.
Yes, it seems like they're distracted by history that they know is about to happen.
Well, sure,
and
but
scared
Julie,
for their kid.
But here's the thing: you're distracted by television, and you still manage to fuck.
You know what? That's
And
true.
you're distracted by the fact that the world is maybe going to end, and you still manage to fuck.
You're right.
They
Although
definitely
it did
still
take a
manage
while after the election. I'm
Well,
just going to
sure.
say, ladies.
But that's not the same thing.
no.
Because you know what? King George, he's on the other side of the ocean.
But Jamie has to play both sides.
Well, we'll see how
We're
that
going to
goes.
see how that goes. Well, I mean, he's very good at that shit, though.
They've got some spy skills. And you know what would really turn me...
got some spy skills.
Yeah, she
She's got no
She
spy
does not,
game.
but he does. And you know what would really make me want to bone? Spy shit.
Spy game.
Oh, yeah, for real. Yeah, they're still fucking.
All right, cool.
There's definitely
I
still
wish they
fucking.
would have shown a little bit of that in the preview.
Maybe we'll get another fucking trailer. Another fucking trailer.
It's almost like they don't understand what the people who watch this show. Well, no, then there's that whole thing, right? There's the whole thing where there's the whole fandom that's like, we don't want to see just boning. And I'm like, you know what? I didn't read these books. I just want to see boning.
I mean, there's a lot of boning in the books.
Yes.
The number of euphemisms for like,
Rock hard dick.
yeah, and like coming
Yeah.
and like thrusting
Yeah.
and the experience. And there's a lot of references to like after morning after soreness. But like
That's when I thought I had a UTI, but it was really just twin
But
GPs.
twin. I'm not talking about that kind of after morning soreness.
No,
I'm
like
talking about
your
like
thighs hurt because
wow,
yeah. Yeah.
man, somebody really did a number on me. Like
Yeah,
that.
like I'm a hamburger helper down below. He pounded it into a casserole.
Oh, okay, that works. I mean, that's not a great image.
No, but I mean, open face roast beef sandwich. What am I going to do?
Au jus, one hopes. What? So you didn't have a UTI?
No, but I thought I had another one, y'all. Only a week later. And it was dicey on Saturday. I went to Fancy Lady Tea and I was like, this is it. It's happening. And then it wasn't.
You know, Kevin still has 2 of those fucking kidney stones.
I hope he gets better soon. I feel so bad for him.
Apparently, there's a chance they're just going to be with him forever.
That's some bullshit.
They're not hurting him right now, thank God. But
They can't go in with a laser. They're too small.
they're in the wrong part of his body.
God damn
I tried to. This is a classic Kevin. I tried to convince him that they should name them. I am now coming up with better ideas, like Statler and Waldorf, because I've got Muppets on the brain, or like Pinky and the Brain.
I think that if they're Stones, you really have to go with Mick and Keith.
I thought about Mick and Keith, and then I didn't suggest because I didn't think that he would be into it.
Too obvious?
He
likes a bit, and it's too bit.
He does like a bit, but he also
They're
doesn't seem
inside
to
his
have
body.
any particular interest in the Rolling Stones.
That's true.
He settled on Allison and Shoemaker because he's a dick. And now he's like, so what are you saying? I bring you pain? Is that what you're saying? He's like, you're the one who wanted to name them, and now you don't want them to be named Allison and Shoemaker? Bitch.
Well, you guys, we did this for you. I'm glad I saw the preview, but it was also kind of a piece of shit. So
Yeah, I mean, it's a teaser. It's just...
yeah, but it didn't tease shit. It kind of made me sad that I'm gonna be watching the show again.
You know, I would rather watch, and this is what they did last year. I'd rather watch 60 seconds of one scene that kind of sums things up, or like give me a montage but make it really exciting, like people running and people doing all kind. And this was just like facial expressions, the television series.
Right, and then a gun,
and
then a
burning
window
coat.
breaking, and then somebody coat burning, but then mostly just people looking sad.
Time.
I don't want to watch that show.
Time. Well, we will watch it.
Well, we have to now. We've got all these people. We love you. We've got all these people.
You know what we should try to watch, just to have something to talk about the next time we do one of these. Drag Race UK.
No, I can't talk about Drag Race. It's not my lane.
I'm not saying do the show about Drag Race, because we tried that. It didn't work.
It didn't work. It's not our lane.
But we could chat about it, not in an official capacity. I'm saying when the video fails to download, we could talk about Drag Race UK.
All right. I got to say, though, it took me this long to come back to the Drag Race after like 3 seasons because of the All-Stars being so shitty.
You mean when Shangela was robbed?
Yes.
Yeah,
It was the worst.
I rewatched that Hey Kitty Girl, that one today, because Tom and Lorenzo, bless them, tweeted out a thing about teaching their 6-year-old niece about drag queens.
Good.
And she said, but what do drag queens do? So they played the Hey Kitty Girl for her, and then at the end of it, they were like, and after it finished, she looked like her Barbies had come to life and started singing to her.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly what this is.
Exactly.
But then I watched it again, and I was like, Shangela was robbed.
She was robbed.
Trixie is actually pretty good in that video, but Shangela was robbed.
No, Shangela was robbed, and Rue did that whole stunt shit with letting the other queens vote, and that was some fucking S.
That was
and
some
I
BS.
hope
You do
that after
recognize,
that
though-
shit, she knows not to do that.
But
shit
you do
anymore.
recognize that was 2 All-Stars ago. There was a more
I
recent
know,
All-Stars.
but that's what I'm saying is that happened, and then it soured my taste for the entire series up until the new regular season. And then, I mean, Evie Oddly was great, but it was kind of a lackluster. It wasn't crazy exciting.
Yeah, it was a good but not great
Right,
season.
but it was like, I hope she wins. And then she did win, and that was great. I love you, Evie Oddly. I was on your team.
Yeah.
But
Team Evie. Those lip syncs were good.
that one lip sync with her, we can't do this. Save this for another show.
All right. So Janine's video on a scale of
Yes.
Ken Burns baseball.
We watch country music, by the way.
What did you think?
Loved it.
Isn't it wonderful?
But
Did you watch the
also-
whole thing?
Yes, but also have to wonder. Okay, so listeners, I know you all like podcasts. I'm going to tell you about a podcast right now, and it may not be for everybody, but for those of you who it is for, you're fucking welcome. It's called Cocaine and Rhinestones, and it's about the history of 20th century country music in America, and it is by Tyler Meehan Coe, who is David Allan Coe's son. And for those of you who know what that means, please to enjoy. It's really great. And I don't really like country music, but we fell into that podcast and loved it and we're obsessed with it. And then Ken Burns came out with this shit.
Well, so those documentaries take like 12 years to make.
Right. So he had already been doing it, but I had already had a whole bunch of this content in my ears for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we watched it and we loved it. Of course, Ken Burns is a master
Mm-hmm.
and it was great. And we're like, is Tyler going to come back after this? Because
It's different though.
it's sort of, but it's a lot of the same stories were told. Not all of them, but a lot of the same stories.
But he goes into much more depth, right? Because he hyper focuses as opposed to trying to find all the parallels.
Right, exactly. Tyler is going into specific, like he'll have a theme per episode. Like there's an episode about blood harmony where he talks about duets that were siblings and how they sound different than people who aren't siblings singing together. Like, and that's incredible. But country music on PBS, please watch. Also, please listen to Cocaine and Rhinestones. He's only got one season. We don't know if he's coming back for season 2. Maybe don't listen to the Spade Cooley episode. Trigger warning. Terrible. Murder. Gross. Bad.
I've been warned.
Yeah. And then also American Epic. If nobody has watched or listened to that, it covers a very similar thing, but it's Jack White. And it's American
Fucking record player.
right, and the recording instrument. So you're going to see a whole bunch. Let me ask you this question. Allison, you are a singer.
Yes, I am.
You know about singing.
I do.
So when we watch all these documentaries where they're like, A.C. Carter went through the mountains and all of a sudden he heard the sound of an angel. And they always say the same thing. And then you hear Sarah Carter's voice. And I'm not saying she can't sing because she can fucking sing. But it's also like, hey, nay, hey, nay, nay. It's not like.
Well, you have to remember mics were different. So
Right.
you hear somebody with that kind of clarity
Through the mountains.
and power.
Right.
And that's different than like what I don't think of it almost like opera, only a completely different style.
Great. That
Right?
helps me.
Like clarity and power. As opposed to
Tone. I mean, her tone is obviously perfect,
or
but it's
like,
also like
subtlety, right?
Right, no subtlety.
Yeah.
It's very strong.
And I think you can hear there's emotional subtlety, but there's not a lot of variance in terms of like dynamics and stuff. Yeah. But the equipment was totally different.
Right.
So then you hear somebody like Dolly, and Dolly can do whatever the fuck she wants because she's got fancy mics.
Right.
That fucking Dolly Parton singing the mule
Skinner.
Oh my Jesus Christ. Holy
She
shit.
holds that note for like forever and you think she's going to lose it, but she just keeps going.
And she's just like bopping. Holy fuck.
I really loved it when she left that dude too.
Yeah.
And then she wrote, I will always love you in order to get out of that shit. And
Yeah.
You know what? You're cool.
Yep, you're
You
cool.
can do that.
Yep. Anything you want, bitch. Always and forever. Yeah.
So you guys, you should watch that or watch American Epic, which is American Epic is a little bit more in depth into black music.
Well, and also like sound engineering.
Right, because it's about an actual machine that was used to record these people, including the Carter family. But it has a wider scope in that it talks about black artists, it talks about Latino artists, it talks about all sorts of other acts.
Very cool.
Which Ken Burns did. I think he tried. He did a good job of trying to pull that shit in there, but it wasn't as comprehensive as American Epic is.
Well, I think he was more because he had so much fucking ground to cover. I think a lot of it was about highlighting those artists and then also finding a way to highlight all of the like mountain of shit they had to deal with without making the series about racism because it is, but it's also about 97 other things, right? So like that fucking, when they were talking about, and I'm not going to remember his name because we're on drink number 3, but the harmonica player on the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, yeah.
Where they did that fucking incredible flex where the before they were called the Grand Ole Opry, where the orchestra played the song that sounds like a train coming in, and then they cut to the show that would become the Grand Ole Opry that very night, where he was like, "We're not the opera, we're just the Grand Ole Opry," and he played the sound of a train coming in just on his harmonica. Jesus Christ, that shit was cool.
It was so interesting, the entire history. And anyway, you guys, there's so many things for you to watch right now when there's no Outlander.
Yeah, and as if you need recommendations, you just find me on the internet.
And we'll keep doing the fucking shit. I know you guys want the hot list.
We're doing the hot list.
Yeah, the hot list is happening.
We need more suggestions though. We've got some. We've got some really good ones.
We got to get up to 69.
Well, we're going to do some. I mean, we're going to come up with some.
Oh yeah, for sure.
but yeah,
we've
we
only
need
got
more.
like 10. I think we actually need like 30 to get to 69.
Yeah. So we've gotten some very good, extremely specific ones. Like
Keep doing it,
like
though.
a glance exchanged. That's the kind of shit that's
That's
gonna
what
make
we
this
want.
easy. But you can also go with the obvious stuff too. Like you can be like this big thrust, and that is totally fine. But it can also be like Fergus jumps down off the wagon and leads the people. That can also be hot. That's fine. Yeah.
That's it.
Just tell us the hot things.
Oh wait, we didn't do the scales for
Well,
his.
that was a joke. There
Can
isn't
we
a
do
way.
it? Can we do it?
Okay, so
That's what got me on the Kim Burns.
costumes.
Yeah.
On a scale of, let's say, a minimalist storefront theater production of The Importance of Being Earnest.
Nice.
So rehearsal skirts, character shoes,
Got it.
heart t-shirt.
I'm with you.
Right? To the Downton Abbey, the movie. Downton Abbey, the show, the movie. Where does Aaron's reaction video to the Outlander season 5 teaser trailer fall?
I Heart Huckabees.
Oh, fuckabees. Great. Okay. The doing it scale. On a scale of Ken Burns baseball to, let's see, what's real sexy? To the scene in Magic Mike XXL when Joe Manganiello tries to make the girl who works at the gas station smile.
Hell no.
I love that scene so much.
I do too. This is nothing. Aaron, you're hot. Aaron, you're funny. So don't feel bad when I say.
I mean, he's not fucking anybody in the reaction video.
the movie Dave.
Dave?
Yeah, because he's
Kevin
always
Kline.
yes, because
Yes.
he's always reacting to things happening to
very
him
good.
because he doesn't know that he's supposed to be the president and how things register on his face is how. Anyway, the movie.
That's
Dave.
good. That's really good.
That's
That
a
was
deep
good one.
fucking cut,
That is
y'all.
a very deep cut. That's one of the Music Box Theater's go-to jokes is tweeting out a picture of the poster of Dave on, I think it's on President's Day on Twitter. Oh, hey, by the way, if you're in Chicago, come to the Music Box on October 28th for Hocus Pocus. It's going to be really
Yeah.
fun. That's me telling jokes about Hocus Pocus. And hopefully either Julie or Neil or Kevin or maybe all of them will be in it. We'll see. Also, I think Janine's going to be in Love Actually. What? Yeah. All right, third one is get up to get a drink scale. So in the like 90 seconds of Janine's reaction video, however long it was, on a scale from, we're going to stick with Ken Burns. Let's say Ken Burns country to Ken Burns prohibition. One where
Ken Burns jazz.
I'm with Ken Burns because you can't include Vietnam War.
No, which I have not watched. I can't. I just don't know if
I've
I
seen
can.
some of it. It's rough. I asked him when I interviewed him in the fall. I asked him, and forgive me if I said this because I know we talked about country music in the last episode too. But so apologies if I'm repeating this, but it's just too good. One of the questions I asked him is when he is working on one of these things, which he works on for like a fucking decade. I asked if he dreams about it.
That's a
like he
great question.
sees it
I
in
don't.
his
I do
head.
not remember this, but also I drink. So
He said, yes, I do all the time. So it's much better working on country music than it is working on the Vietnam War. I was like, no shit. Holy fuck. Anyway,
But then I would
Patty.
ask, was it better working on World War II than the Vietnam War?
I don't know. Next time I interview him, I'll have to find out. Hey, Julie, speaking of things that we should say while I'm pulling up our list of patrons,
Yeah.
will you tell the folks who aren't on Slack what you discovered about Anyway, Patty?
Anyway, Patty. Oh, her name is spelled P-A-T-T-I. Not P-A-T-T-Y.
Oh my God.
My entire paradigm shifted. I was shooketh. I did not know where to turn. And then I went, no, it's cool. Because it still sounds the same. Anyway, Patty.
Anyway, Patty. I've started already. That's a 30 Rock joke. Okay. As always, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/podlandercast. We should do Your Welcome Wednesday again.
Lord. It's hard for me at work because they don't let me download photos.
Gifts?
Anything that I'm bringing into our system.
But you would just put in a link for a GIF, wouldn't you?
That's true. I could do that on the Facebook page.
Maybe we'll do Your Welcome
We'll think
Wednesday
about it. We'll
again.
think about it.
Facebook.com/PodlanderCast. You can find us on Twitter at PodlanderCast. You can find us on Instagram occasionally by following me, but I don't even really post much as myself, much less as the pod. Maybe once the show is back. Anyway, disregard. Who cares? Fuck, I don't know. There's a cat. You can also find us on Patreon, where you can support the show, make it possible for us to do it because it's expensive. And also join our really wonderful Slack channel where a bunch of very nice ladies and the occasional gentleman or non-binary person get to hang out and talk about shit. And it's great. We want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers, but especially these folks: Jen Lander Drunklin, Trish McCrary, Jenna Polkowski, Dr. J, Lori McGuire, Ann Gavin, Katie Kirshner, Amanda Newton, Beth Locke, Tanner Cole, Rachel Townsend, Steph Peterson, Tara Lucchino, every time. Catherine Marshall Eastman, Chantel Salters, Mary Lumpkin, Crystal Nanavati, Ann Gibson, Molly Layton, Heather Moore, Ruth McCormick, Kara Marlowe, Flourish Root, Friday Payton, Viv Pickles, and Kathleen Moniz. Hi, Mom. Also, like an alumnus shout out to Kiki the Wise.
Yeah, I mean, forever.
Forever and ever and always. I don't know, like, subscribe, follow us.
Fucking, I don't even know
Leave
what to
a
tell you
review.
people anymore. Like, fucking Netflix happened, and then all of a sudden we got 100,000 more listeners. I don't know. We love you.
That's
but,
that's an exaggeration.
well, I mean, that's high, but it was intense.
We got a Netflix bump. We're like Schitt's Creek.
We did get a Netflix bump.
Anyway, welcome new listeners. You are also great. Like I said, please feel free to join the Patreon. Because if nothing else, if you join the Patreon and then get the Slack channel, which is one of the really low tiers, then if you have a question about a nickname and we haven't responded on social media, then somebody in the Slack can just tell you what the nickname is, because I know there are a lot of them. Yeah. And we'll be back soon with the hot list, with stage 1 of the hot list.
I got to say, because if it's coming back in February and we wanted to have a Dude Lander
New Year's.
So that would be January, and then the show comes back in February. So we really only have 2 full months, like a month and a half, 6 weeks. So if we have a hot list of 69 and we have to bring it down to the hottest, that's at least 3 episodes. I got to say, we got to get started at the beginning of November.
Yeah, we got to get on that. So, point being, send us your hot list things. You can do that. You can email podlanderdrunkcast@gmail.com. I think that's right. No, it's Podlander. It's Podlanderdrunkcast. I'll put it on a thing. You know what? Fuck it. I can tell you because I have the technology. It is. Wait, why did Google change?
That's my life.
I'm supposed to know.
Why does this look different?
What?
Why am I old?
Where's my Gmail? I really am going to tell you. But also Twitter. I already gave you our Twitter handle and Facebook, and you can find us on Facebook and Patreon and Slack and all that shit. Podlanderdrunkcast@gmail.com. Email us, Twitter us, Slack us, Facebook us. If you're one of the people who knows us, text us. I don't care. And tell us hot things so we can put it on the hot list so that we can do this ridiculous
Because
thing for y'all.
we're literally like 15 right now, maybe 20. We got to get a swizzle enough.
Well, and once we add, we'll go up at least 25.
Yeah.
Like we've got a bank, if you will, of
Bank.
bank of things that we can add, but we want your input because
We want
also
your
some of you have
input.
just watched more recently than we have.
just the tip.
Just the tip. No, we want all of your input. Give us all of it.
All the way in.
Right down to the base. Some of you have watched more recently than we have. Like I revisit the occasional episode occasionally, but not all that frequently because at this point, Julie and I have seen every episode multiple times.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, it stops being a thing that we watch for funsies and starts just being a thing that we watch for work.
For y'all.
So yeah. So if you've recently watched the hot piss episode and there's some really hot moment in the hot piss episode that we're forgetting, let us know. Hot piss, Claire. I love hot piss lady.
I do.
All right.
Miss her.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.